because, I used to be a union organizer. I've also organized workers at, national worker centers. And I'm, currently taking a break from that work, but hoping to jump back in within the next month or two. And I think that when you actually, are tasked with organizing low wage workers, you're really forced to confront a lot of the assumptions about movement building, about social or economic justice that maybe you learned in college or you learned from, like the sort of mainstream discourse, but that then becomes shattered when you're actually organizing everyday low wage workers. So just a really brief example of that is, you know, when I was in college, the way we would, talk about transphobia, for example, is really sort of moralizing about it, right? And like, people who, maybe didn't use the right language or, didn't want to struggle for gender neutral bathrooms, we would sort of write them off as, reactionary or regressive, or even go so far as to name them as the oppressor, like as if they're responsible for oppressing us. But when I was organizing unions, I was organizing at Disneyland. Disney's one of the largest, corporations in the U.S., and even in the world. And some of those workers were absolutely what we would call transphobic. Um, but over time, I would have to knock on their door, sometimes 5 times before they would let me in to have a conversation with them. But as I worked with them and I earned their trust. We fought together against their boss and we won. That transphobia was completely overcome uh, throughout the course of organizing and transformed into a real politics of solidarity. And I think that's something that many people who talk about these issues on Twitter simply don't understand.
Yeah, that's really